Will there be The Last of Us Season 3? Here's the really good news. The moment is finally here. HBO's Emmy-winning series The Last of Us is airing its Season 2 finale on Sunday, May 25th. As you watch the last episode of the emotional season, you might be wondering about the future of the series, including whether HBO has greenlit a third season. Starring Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, Season 2 of the hit HBO sci-fi drama premiered in April 2025. The first season was based on the popular 2013 video game franchise of the same name, while Season 2 takes inspiration from the game's sequel, 2020's The Last of Us Part 2. The second installment picks up 5 years after the events of Season 1. So far in Season 2, viewers have witnessed the devastating death of Joel, the war between the Washington Liberation Front, WLF, and Serap Heights, and the beginning of Ellie's journey to hunt down Abby for killing the person she loved most. The cordyceps are getting eerily smarter, and the zombie virus can now spread through airborne spores, making infection even easier. Season 2, Episode 7, Convergence, marks the final episode of the 7-episode second season. When asked by W Magazine how fans will feel about the finale, Ramsey said the question of who's the hero and who's the villain is amplified. Yes, HBO renewed The Last of Us for Season 3 on April 9, 2025, just a few days before the premiere of Season 2. Some fans may have been disappointed to learn that Season 2 of The Last of Us is only 7 episodes long, 2 fewer than Season 1. However, according to showrunners Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann, this was intentional and will pay off in future seasons. Because Part 2 of the video game covers so much ground, they tease that Season 3
will be significantly more calculated and restrained. However, a closer look at Patterson's backstory reveals that, despite being different from Jax Teller, he has one thing in common with the Sons of Anarchy character. Viewers familiar with Sons of Anarchy will know that Jax Teller often lives in the shadow of the legacy of his late father, John Teller, who grew disillusioned with Sam Crow's direction before his death. His actions as the president of the Central Motorcycle Club in the series are often driven by his desire to follow in his father's footsteps and make him proud. Charlie Hunnam's Jax Teller and Leo Patterson will both be similar because of all the inner conflicts they face from their father's influence on their lives. In Criminal, Leo Patterson's identity is also shaped by his father's reputation, who was a legendary pickpocket before his imprisonment for murder. Patterson is often compared to his ruthless father and labeled as a coward for his relatively tame methods of stealing. If Amazon Prime Video loyally adapts the original Criminal comics, Charlie Hunnam's Jax Teller and Leo Patterson will both be similar because of all the inner conflicts they face from their father's influence on their lives.